Left off, and I'm gonna give you a small recap of what the app is and what it does. For anyone interested, we're building an app that allows us to overlay messages on screen as speech bubbles, captions, and headers. So, what are these things, and what is the app? Let me show you what the app looks like. Allow me to pull into the screen several components of the app. So actually, let's open up a blank page here. So let me minimize this. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the control center for the app. The viewer does not see this. What the viewer does see, though, is the following. So if I type a message in here, hello and welcome, and I send that over, you see how it says I'm typing at the bottom of the screen there? Send that over. The message arrives. Get a nice little speech bubble there. So I can talk to you. Why is this interesting? Why is this important? Sometimes you don't want to talk. Sometimes you want to just send out a quick little message and you don't want to necessarily speak while you're coding. Um and so you can do that, right? You can send a little message. You can switch over to banner view. You can switch over to banner view and give the section perhaps a title, something like coding a overlay app for speech bubbles, and the banner shows up on screen, right? There's a timer going on. The timer's counting down. When the timer finishes, the overlays disappear on their own. I created these things. I created these timers. I created the UI. What the UI really is actually these are web. It's a web app. It's a web app with multiple views, and with a tool called Electron, we're taking that web app and turning it into Windows apps. So as you can see, this is a Windows app, right? But this is actually a browser view, a web view. And again, I have this off screen here. I have this off screen where I position it somewhere in I have a small monitor here below next to my keyboard. I have two monitors on each side where I code and do stuff. But then down here, I control the stream. I have that down here next to my streaming software called OBS. And it's in OBS that I have positioned the other components of this app that render on screen. So when you take a look at, for example, let me send over a message real quick. I'm going to send over a message and I'm going to bring over the other view. So I sent over a caption. I have 15 seconds to bring that over before it disappears. And this is the captions view. Take a look. Look, it's another window, but it's transparent. And so in OBS is a streaming software. I tell OBS, show this app, this Windows app, show it. I want it here. I want it positioned in this part of the screen, right? If we switch over to message view, a sample speech bubble, right? And I send over a sample speech bubble. Let me get the speech bubbles view. The speech bubbles view is another window. It's another window. And as I type, stuff shows up and it's rendered on screen. As you can see, right? See? It's just a Windows window that I've coded using a web view that I've coded using Vue and vanilla JavaScript. I mean, it's just a web app, right? We're using Vue because we don't know how far this will go. I mean, and just to show you that it'll go far. The next stage, what we're working on now, is translated captions for the speech, for my speech. So as I speak, the app is going to translate. Um, it's going to translate things to Spanish. So let me show you. I've got Whisper, and you're wondering what the heck is Whisper? So Whisper, OpenAI, right? OpenAI makes ChatGPT. ChatGPT has a sibling called Whisper. It's really just a language model. It's just a collection of language, right? And it's smart and it does things. You tell it to transcribe text and it'll give you captions. Transcribe audio and it'll give you captions. And in my case, I'm telling it to translate. So let's send over some. Let's connect real quick. And here's the web view in the browser of the app, right? You see, it's in browser. Like I said, it's a browser app, really. And so let's connect. Let's start speaking, and you're gonna see translation show up here. It's not yet ready for prime time to show on screen, but you'll see how it's gonna work. So I'm gonna connect. Well, actually, looks like Whisper's not running. Let me get Whisper going. This is my terminal up here. I'm not sure what's going on, why Whisper's not running. Bear with me. My computer might be choking. I don't know. Let me take a look at my resources real quick. Okay, Whisper is trying to do his thing. It's getting going here. I may need to restart this machine. I don't know. I was gaming, and now I am here. So if you have any questions, you can ask now in chat. I think we have one viewer, but in any case, so I think Whisper's running. Yeah, it is. Whisper's running. Let's connect, right? Let's connect. Okay, we have a connection. And now I'm going to speak. So let's see. Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm streaming. This is a test of Whisper's translation capabilities. So as you can see, I wasn't speaking on purpose. I didn't want it to translate what I was going to say. It translated what I said. Hola, bienvenido a todos. Estoy grabando. Este es un test de las capacidades de traducción de Whisper. Whisper. It tried to translate whisper. I must have mispronounced it. I don't know. It's not exactly it's not mathematically accurate, but there it is, a caption right on screen. Now I'm going to render that like captions render on a movie, right? Movie captions, right? What's that look like? Stuff like this, like when you're watching a movie and the text shows up in the bottom, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Excellent movie. So, like that. It'll show up under bottom there. And if anybody's watching in Spanish or a native Spanish speaker, they'll be able to understand what I'm saying. And That's what I'm working on right now. That's the gist of the app. I'm working on the captions view. A few more views are remain. I want to add a title view. So basically, a project title banner shows up at the top, and something like coding with Ori, or coding coding a overlays app with Ori, and that banner view, shows up for 30 seconds and goes away, and then comes back 4 minutes later, and for 30 seconds again, and then goes away. Basically, so that I can not necessarily have to explain myself every 4 minutes to a potential viewer. So yeah, that's the gist of the app. That's what it is. I'm gonna cut the stream here, and I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna reset the machine. Thank you, and if you are watching, stay tuned.